All right, good morning. Welcome in. Happy Monday to you. Hopefully you had a nice weekend. Jeff will be joining us very shortly. I think his coffee wasn't ready yet or something like that. Red Zone Challenge. Another exciting weekend of football, right? Brought to you by our friends over there at Donahue Truck Centers. Fred Bruin Realtor. $25 for the top getter this week. Jose Gutierrez will get his final song played coming up from the Doors today. 8:20, 12:20, 5:20, and 7:20.
Who is this?
20.
Who is this music?
Just some bed. Just some bed I play. It's Breaking Benjamin.
Because I noticed you have Strokes over there, but why do you always go with like the heavy hitting like Dude Rock from 2006? And how come you can't go with like, some more?
Oh, this one?
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Oh, I just bounce it around. Honestly,
you're not bouncing this around. I've never heard this.
Oh, we play this from time to time.
Like Nard Dog right there. It is
The Nard Dog. How was your weekend? Did you have a nice weekend?
Spent a lot of time with you.
Another weekend in the 5 cities. Another weekend with me. We had a friend in town. We golfed. We ate. We had a good time. Pretty good. There's something my wife said that a friend of hers told her about. Not that I guess she has somebody that she knows that is all about taking pictures of themselves, especially topless, and sending them to her husband. Okay, so
how old is this person?
I don't know. I've never met the person, but I'm guessing from the way that she talks, she's younger. At least younger than us. I don't think she's like our age.
This is a really weird thing.
I think she's probably in her 30s, though, because I doubt my wife hangs out with anybody in her 20s.
So why is the husband, is like the husband a pilot, or is he a traveling salesman?
Like he's not around a lot?
Yeah.
I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I mean, like why? Like I see my wife daily.
I don't know the story.
Oftentimes I see her getting out of the shower, so I see her topless daily. And when we go to bed at night, sometimes she's topless. I mean, it's just the way it is, right?
She sleeps topless?
Well, sometimes if it's hot. It was hot this weekend.
Really? My wife never sleeps topless. I never see her topless unless it's go time.
This is what happens. She'll go to bed, and then my wife is so weird because because now we're entering into September, and it's going to be October very soon, right? So she's got it in her mindset that it's going to start getting colder, even though here on the Central Coast we have a weekend like we just had, right? I mean, like it was beautiful.
Nice, yeah. It'll be hot today.
And I'm like, listen, you have to throw all your seasonal ideals and perceptions of what the weather is supposed to be like out the window when we live here, because the summer can go until December until we really get a winter thing.
And you're talking about the fact that you've moved to AG temporarily.
Well, I'm talking about everywhere, really.
I mean, North County versus South County, it is a difference.
North County, you could get it into November. You can get hot weather into November. I mean, the nights are going to be cool, but
it gets cold at night. Yeah.
But I mean, it's like, you have to throw all those perceptions.
I'm guessing your kids must not sleep in your bed anymore if she's topless in bed.
No, she does. They don't. They're sleeping in the other bedroom.
Do you ever sleep nude? I can't do it.
No, I don't. Well, I sleep topless.
Yeah. But I mean, I have to have something on below.
Yeah.
Okay.
But what she'll do in the middle of the night, she'll be like sitting there and sweating because she went to bed in what she calls fall going to bed attire.
I see.
And she
like pajamas?
Sweats off 5 pounds in these pajamas, and you could wring them out on the side of the bed. And she, in the middle of the night, she'll get up in her hasty sleep and just rip these things off because they're so hot.
Yeah.
It's like sleeping in a straitjacket. I'm like, well, you do that to yourself, Shouldn't do that. But anyways, point being, I see my wife topless on a semi-regular basis because I live with her and I'm with her every day. The sending of the pictures, I don't understand.
Yeah, well, some women do it. They like to do it. I don't know why they do it. I've had other friends.
Are they not around each other?
They go to hand me their phone to see something, and it's like, don't be swiping because there's some pictures in there that
that's weird.
So-and-so wouldn't want you to see.
That's weird. Those are like people that I automatically think, okay, they're like swingers or they're...
They're not, though, Jeff. They're just, some people are into doing this.
They're marketing their lifestyle.
Maybe they could be swingers. Maybe they're like pre-swingers, It's like swinging 101. You at least got to start sending naked photos to people.
I had a buddy, Brad. He would come home from college. He went to college at NAU, and he'd come home from college, and he would show me naked pictures of girls that he was hooking up with. I'm like, Brad, why are you showing me these? And he's like, oh,
yeah, I just want to show you some of the talent I got at NAU.
Like, okay.
What is that? Northern Arizona University?
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a beautiful place.
But these weren't like girls that he really cared. I mean, it sounds so shallow and terrible, but these weren't girls that he was in a relationship with. They were just kind of maybe a one night thing or something.
It was like going to look at his hunting trophy case or something, you know?
I'm so far out of this world because I married the girl I dated in high school, and like she's pretty much my only serious girlfriend. How does this work? I mean, what do you're in bed with some woman naked and she's like, hold on, let me get a selfie real quick, or hey, can you just lay there? Oh yeah, move your arm a little. Okay, now I'm going to take a picture. I want this on my phone.
You look pretty good right now. Can I have this picture for later?
The reason I bring it up is there's a bunch of new apps that are out now that will help disguise this kind of thing, meaning that you can actually download the app, and I don't know if you mark certain pictures or it actually detects nudity, and so when you're flipping through a phone, you have to have an actual fingerprint or password or something like that to see that naked picture. So I could hand my phone to you if it's got a bunch of naked pictures of my dog George on it, and you wouldn't be able to see him naked. You would just see the other pictures of me catching fish.
Your dog George is naked all the time.
I know, it was just a bad example because my wife would never.
Have you
ever? I remember when we lived here. We moved here. I was here for 6 months before she moved here, and I must have beat that to death, and she would never do it. I go, not even if there's not even a face in the picture? No, absolutely not.
Smart move on her part.
I'm never going to do that.
Right. It's a smart move on her part. I mean, it's just you feel weird doing it.
I wouldn't have done it to her. I mean, if she asked for me, I wouldn't have done it. So I get it. But I wasn't asking for that. I was asking for the top.
Right? 7, 8 months, I've been heavy into real estate. And when you're, you know, it's like it's your hobby on the side because you're trying to find a place to live. You look at street views on Google Maps, and it's strange because sometimes on Google Maps you'll like be looking at the street view of a place, and like the next door neighbor, because I want to see what the neighbors are like so I can make a judgment even if it's worth going to look at.
If it's a good neighborhood, yeah.
And sometimes their entire property will be blurred out. What's that all about? Do they contact Google and say, "I want you to take down my picture"?
I have no idea. I've never heard.
Yeah, this happened on a piece of property. But as somebody who was a prospective buyer, I was like, I'm out. I don't want weird neighbors that are freaked out about the Google Maps.
Well, I've read stories when the Google car comes by, somebody saw and they were topless, and it was a woman, and she was putting her tatas in the window, but they just blur out the tatas or the woman.
They'll blur that.
The whole house is still there.
Yeah, this in a couple different instances, there's the entire house next door has been blurred out. And I'm like, what are they doing at that house next door that they need to be so secretive when a Google Maps car drives by?
That is really strange.
It's so strange.
But this brings me back to the naked thing. The reason I don't ever sleep naked, I think, is because my dad used to be naked, sleep naked, and he'd walk around naked. And it really bothers me. And I think it traumatized me to the point where I'm curious if anybody else has been traumatized by anything their parents have done to them. And you can call, text, you can write in, you can be anonymous, you can do whatever you want, if you want to share it.
You're getting a little personal here.
But
this is very early to be getting this personal.
I don't know what my dad was.
Traumatizing?
Slept naked and walked around naked.
Why is that traumatizing?
I don't know. Because I don't want to see any of my parents naked, ever, even though I was a kid. And as I got older and I'm a teenager and he's still walking around naked, I'm like, why are you doing this? We all wear clothes here. Why are you? Because I'm it's my house. It wasn't like he was some sort of weird, I can't think of the term I'm thinking of, but, nudist. Or that,
I want you to get some therapy.
He died when I was 17, so I can't address it with him.
I want to know.
I don't know why he walked around nude. He just liked to be nude.
I just want to know why it bothers you so much. Because, you go to a gym and guys are walking around nude.
I don't like that either.
Well, why does it bother you so
I don't like that either. Thank God my mom didn't do this. Oh, my God, I'd never be able to look at her again.
Does it make you?
I don't even have a memory of my mom being naked. Thank God. Do you?
I've seen my mom naked a couple times, yeah, when I was a kid.
And you remember?
Yeah, because it was just a couple times. I mean, I
don't remember. I have zero memories of that.
Was it because you were seeing her naked all the time, or she was very good at covering up?
No, she was never naked around me.
Thank
God. Thank God. Don't be naked around your kids. Are you naked around your kids?
No, but I can't say that they haven't walked into the bathroom when I'm drying off or something from the shower. And usually I'll wrap a towel around myself really quick.
Traumatize your kids, man.
Well, they're the ones coming in, so it's like, what are you going to do,
Think about that for a minute.
Well, I don't think it traumatizes every kid. I think it's just the
My dad, though, he would just sit in a chair with a blanket over him naked, and then he would get up to go upstairs or whatever, and I'm like, come on, man, put some clothes on.
Should we make this the poll question today? Were you weirded out when you walked in on your parents naked? Because I really think you're in the minority on this one. It's just nudity. It's just skin, Stephen.
805-543-3693. Sure, throw it up. It's the SurfNet Communications poll question.
Great.
Have you ever? What is the question going to be? Why don't you think about it for a second?
When you saw as a kid, when you saw your parents naked, were you ever creeped out? Were you creeped out with the prospects of seeing your parents naked?
The problem is, I think a lot of people are going to say no because at the time, no.
Which tells me, Jeremy,
I wasn't creeped out then, but I mean, as I'm a teenager, yes.
You got issues, man. You got to go to the therapist.
If you had the choice, would you rather see your parents nude or not?
I would rather not see them nude.
Of course.
But here's the thing.
If you have a memory of your parents being nude in front of you, wouldn't you rather wish that never happened? Yes or no? Or does it not matter?
It doesn't bother me all that much. I had my druthers. I'd rather not see them nude. But if I walked in on them nude, I'd be like, oh, sorry. Okay. I want to walk out or something, Not a big deal.
It's not good that I have memories. I can close my eyes and see my dad walking across the living room, everything hanging out.
What does it matter?
Thank God I don't have that memory of my mom.
What does it matter, though? It's just a body. Now, you know what?
Because I don't ever want to visualize that person like that.
Your parents have seen you naked.
I was a baby. They haven't seen me, not as an adult.
Many times.
As a baby, it's different. That's why we let little babies run around naked all the time. There's nothing really developed yet.
I think you have issues, man. I don't want to make this the poll question because I don't want the next 4 hours to be about your issues of seeing your parents naked.
My dad. That's the reason why I can't sleep nude.
Whoa! Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
I saw this over the weekend and I thought it was a joke, but I guess it's a real thing, and that is pumpkin spiced macaroni and cheese. Kraft is making it. It's going to come in a little cup that looks like a coffee cup.
That's disgusting.
Like a paper tall 16-ounce cup. Not like a mug, but like a cup that you get to go coffee in.
That's gross.
And it is really gross, right? Like, okay, we work for a company that puts on the Macaroni and Cheese Festival. I'm trying to get past that. The Macaroni and Cheese Festival. And I've seen tons of different ways to do macaroni and cheese, with seafood and pork products and meat and even macaroni and cheese ice cream, which I thought was really weird, but I tried it.
And even macaroni and cheese that's served up at a truck stop out of Bakersfield, right?
It's not a truck stop. It's a deli gas station.
Okay, deli gas station, because all gas stations have delis attached to them, and they're not referred to as truck
where
stops.
I grew up, that was very common. Wilma's. We used to go to Wilma's Deli all the time, and she had a hot case, and then they did sandwiches.
Hey, Templeton Deli.
And they also had gas.
Templeton Deli makes some of the best fried chicken in the world.
And do they have gas?
Yes.
See, it's very common for a deli to have gas.
Right, I know.
Now, if you live in a city, it's not, obviously, but if you...
I will say this. If there was a fried chicken festival, and Templeton Deli entered into the fried chicken festival, and with other world-renowned chefs, I don't think they would have a chance. Even though their fried chicken's good, it's good as a staple, it's good as to eat it, for dinner. It's not, it's not chef grade, I guess, for lack of a better term. I just don't understand how that truck stop won that 1 year.
Well, it was people's choice, and I tried it. It was good. It was like a Verde mac and cheese.
Was it the best one there, in your opinion?
No, there was one I liked better, but I mean, this is years ago. Actually, you know what? I didn't have it the year they won. They came back the second year to try to win it again, and I had their Verde mac and cheese. I don't know what they won with the first time. It was probably the Verde mac and cheese, but there was also a lot of rumors that they were giving out free shots of Fireball to people if they gave them their coin, and so that's how they won. So I don't know. I wasn't there. That was the 1 year I missed that event.
What if we did regular elections like that?
What, handed out Fireball?
Like, let's say Jordan Cunningham and Don Addis were at the polls, and they're like, okay, here you go. You vote for me, get a shot of this.
I would hope people would make the right decision. It all depends on age. They'll probably get the younger vote out, right?
Yeah, you want to energize the youth? This is how you do it.
Vote or die.
You give them shots of
vote
booze.
and get drunk. Yeah, this is I love eggs Benedict. Do you like eggs Benedict?
Not
breakfast?
really. No, because I don't like
hollandaise sauce?
I don't like undercooked eggs.
Oh, you don't like the yolk?
Yeah.
I love the yolk. It's my favorite. But anyways, I love eggs Benedict. I get it a lot. Hollandaise sauce is very, very good. But one time instead of paprika, they put cinnamon on top of the hollandaise sauce. I'm guessing they did this on accident because cinnamon in butter yolk sauce, not a good combination.
Oh, yeah. They messed that up. It was supposed to be paprika.
I'm pretty sure they grabbed
spice.
the wrong thing. And I'm like eating this. I'm like, God, this tastes funny until I really got into a bite with what I thought was paprika and cinnamon there. And I'm like, I had to send it back. And I'm like, I'm really sorry, but this is disgusting. And they're like, oh my God, really? And I'm like, I order this here all the time, but they put cinnamon on top of this and I just can't get past it. And she's like, oh my gosh, that sounds disgusting. You're right. So they took it back and they brought me new one and I'm pretty sure they didn't spit in it. So I was very happy.
I was surprised on Saturday night you didn't send anything back.
I don't send stuff back.
I was really surprised. It's been a long time since I've had dinner with you, and I know you.
I don't send stuff back. Why do you say that?
The success rate, whenever it is, when it comes to me having a meal with you, you end up sending it back.
That is not true.
When
have you ever seen me send something back?
Somewhat high.
I've told you that I sent a steak back that was well done when I asked for medium rare, and I paid $60 for that. It was a Wagyu steak, and of course I'm going to. If you you're going to spend that kind of money on a piece of meat, it needs to be cooked correctly.
You should never buy a piece of steak from the same people that make the subpar spaghetti sauce. I mean, come on.
Wagyu. That's pretty good.
What's next? You're going to send back some SpaghettiOs?
But I did have to send back the eggs Benedict because cinnamon on top of hollandaise sauce was not. It just doesn't work. I don't care. And so, anyways, this is my point: is the pumpkin spiced latte? Yes, very, very good. Pumpkin spice bread? Yes, very good. I've even had some pumpkin candy that I thought was pretty good. Pumpkin spice candy, but pumpkin spice macaroni and cheese.
Yeah,
I'll try it though.
I'm a hard pass.
I mean, if they're
I'm a hard pass.
Would you try it?
No,
because Kraft is going to make it. And I'll try it.
Doesn't matter.
But I guarantee it can't be good.
And you know what? The problem with this is they run the risk of, kind of shooting themselves in the foot from a standpoint of like, people are going to be like, what were they thinking? I'm going to pass next time.
It was the Rona.
Yeah.
It must have been the Rona.
Next time it comes to a mac and cheese option, like if you try it and it's really disgusting and you're like, oh, Kraft, man, they came out with that really disgusting pumpkin mac and cheese. I'm not going to go with the regular mac and cheese. I mean, it could end up, having a dire effect as opposed to the intended effect for the mac and cheese, because now people won't eat their regular mac and cheese. I'm just speculating here.
We want to know if you'll try it. We get the post up. We had it up over the weekend. Go over there on our Facebook page at Jeff and Jeremy. Let us know. You can sign up to try it right now. This is something that is still in trial phase, but disgusting. Anyways, Jeff and Jeremy on Facebook.
Wake up. Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
I don't know if you heard, but Clayton Kershaw has come up with a beer, and it's a grapefruit wheat ale or something like that. And he's giving some of the proceeds to his charity.
He gets like 4 or 5 days off between starts, so he's got the time on his hands.
Yeah, it's called Wicked Curve. Are you buying into any of this celebrity stuff? The celebrities that make the booze? Do you buy booze because celebrities make it?
No.
Would you try it? You saw it at the store.
I mean, if
you're a big Clayton, you're not a Clayton.
Usually
Kershaw
with
fan.
alcohol, it's got to come recommended. Like somebody's got to.
If Russell Wilson came out with Jesus juice, would you want to try it?
No, I'm never drinking anything called Jesus juice.
Sorry, it's the first thing I thought of because he's so religious.
Nice guy ale.
I don't understand. Casamigos, something like that.
I have a bottle of it in my liquor cabinet, but it was gifted to me.
I've had it. It's pretty good tequila. It's from the guy that was on ER.
Oh, you mean Booker from Roseanne?
Booker from Roseanne.
What was his name?
George Clooney.
He was Aunt Jackie's boyfriend in Roseanne. I just want everybody to remember that about Booker, okay? He was Aunt Jackie's boyfriend on Roseanne. George Clooney was Aunt Jackie's boyfriend on Roseanne.
I'm sure he was other things.
I think
as well.
a lot of people know him for other things, and he's been successfully able to bury that on his resume. But I'm here to bring it up, okay? Aunt Jackie's boyfriend on Roseanne was George Clooney.
You got to start somewhere, right? You got to climb the ladder. You got to start from the bottom and work your way to the top. He's obviously done that. I mean, does it get more bottom than Roseanne? And the thing is that people don't even recognize him from that.
No, I know. Like, people don't know that. Just like they don't know that Danny from Caddyshack was Aunt Jackie's husband on Roseanne.
A buddy of mine is into Dodger wine. Somebody makes wine for the Dodgers. He's like, oh yeah, I got to have Dodger wine. And I'm like, why? It's just, come to find out, it's actually wine, it was made here down in Santa Maria from fruit in Santa Maria. And now I don't know where it's made from, but if it's still the same. So I thought, oh, that's kind of cool tie to Santa Maria, but it didn't really say that. I just knew somebody who knew somebody that made the wine.
Yeah, but I can see the selling point in that from a fan base standpoint. Like, it's memorabilia.
It's cool to have it. I don't know if I need to order it and drink it all the time. Maybe it's really good. I don't know. Maybe it's a good deal. And so, yeah, why not? Drink Dodger Blue wine. Something like that. 805-543-3693.
Cincinnati Red would be the best, right? Because it's red wine.
That would work, right?
If that's the case.
What are you drinking? Has anything surprised you? Do you drink something because it's got some sort of endorsement behind it or because there's some other connection to it? I tend to be a person that just likes to drink what I like. And for me, that's usually, if it's a beer, it's Miller Lite. If it's
or Coors Light.
Wine, it's usually if it's expensive.
If it's expensive.
And I didn't have to pay for it.
Yeah, for me, it's if it comes in a box and it has a spigot that sticks out of that box.
Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.